po sa inyo lahat.
Hello. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Joey Cruz, also known as Joie de Vive. Yeah, French name. Ayan. There are several revelations today, and it confirms our hunches that the goal of the House of Representatives, the joint committee that handled the committee hearing, calling us to appear, to share our knowledge on matters that were raised by Rep. Barbers last December 4 and December 16. Saying that there are makapili vloggers, narco vloggers, and vloggers being paid by POGO operators. On December 16, Rep. Barbers called on law enforcement groups to investigate malicious vloggers and trolls and to act on any cyber crime that they would see. Very clear. The goal of the House of Representatives is to silence us, put us in jail, or if not, cite us in contempt, and God knows gaano kami katagal ilalagak dyan sa facility ng HOR. Worse, baka dalhin kami sa facility ng regular jail. And that is something that I cannot accept. Unang-una, yung mga subject matter na nilatag nila na sabaw. And, the message is this. We are not stupid. We are common citizens, but we are not stupid. Many things that were revealed today, how power tripper the House of Representative members in that committee, including Rep. Benny Abante, who, by the way, wanted to, open the conversation of me being put in contempt, being cited in contempt, merely because I mentioned that I have no knowledge about being a paid vlogger by drug money or POGO operators. Nothing to share. And if I have nothing to share, I am of no use to whatever goal that you wanted to achieve in that committee. How can you cite me in contempt if I am just concerned sa pera ng bayan? This actually revealed a very, very nonchalant attitude of our House of the members of the House of Representatives. Wala kayong pakialam sa pera namin. Imbes na hinahanap nyo kung sinong naglagay nag-fill in ng blanco sa bicameral committee para magkaalaman tayo dito kung paano nyo binuo yung 2025 national budget, ang namin. Is that fair? Now, again, it's very clear. This is harassment. This is to silence us. This is really to make us feel intimidated and for us not to talk about public issues. And it can't happen. As a private citizen, ang bala na lang natin, boses natin. And they want that taken away from us, from me. Of course, you have all the resources. What do I have? Me and my mother. And you're going to use your privileges in the House of Representatives para takot-takutin ang taong kagaya ko? Now, ordinarily, I know that, it's easier to fold. It's easier to choose that route. But we realize, yung mga taong kasama ko dito, we realize that if we are going to fold, they are going to do what they are doing to everyone. Why? because they have done this to retired generals, to men in uniform in active service, to the Vice President of the Philippines, to us vloggers, and they are not going to stop unless we stand up and confront this in the proper forum. So that is why we decided to bring this in a place where there is a level playing field. Doon tayo sa pantay ang laban. Hindi yung duduru-duruin nyo kami dyan, gagamitin nyo yung privilege ninyo, aabusuhin ninyo, gamit ang pera ng bayan kung saan kami rin ang nagpapasweldo sa inyo. It can't continue like this. Hindi po pwedeng ganun. Someone has to say something. And we were put in an opportunity to react. And sabi ko nga po kanina, pinag-isipan po namin ito. Alam po namin na hindi ito madali. But when an opportunity like this happens, it's very important to do the right thing. And I hope a lot of you will also protect your freedom. Every single Filipino should know the abuses of some of the members of the House of Representatives. Every single Filipino should know how the budget, taxes na pinaghihirapan natin araw-araw, pinagtatrabuho ng tama at patas, ay binababoy dyan sa Kongreso. And, these are the things that we should all talk about, discuss, and demand transparency and accountability from the people who call shots. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon po. Please forgive me if I stutter or stall because I don't know why they call me a vlogger. I've never gone on live. I always just write. I'm a writer. In fact, if some of you are actual newspaper or publication writers here, I'm one of you. I'm an editor for Manila Bulletin and for Balita. I don't go on social media. I have never gone on live, not once. I've never been on YouTube. I don't have a YouTube. I'm not monetized. I'm a regular person who criticizes the government on my page. But because I've made powerful enemies, nandito ako. Nandito ako and I'm looking at you and it feels so surreal because I look at you and I'm there. Ako yan eh. Ako yan pag meron kaming kina-cover. Kasi editor ako ng Diaryo. But now I'm here just because I pissed off Martin Romualdez and Judah Sidre. I just want to share. I've been writing. I've been politically aware ever since Typhoon Yolanda hit my province of Leyte. But nobody has ever, and I'm just writing my thoughts because Facebook says what's on your mind. So you write what's on your mind. But apparently I've pissed off Martin Romualdez and Judah Sidre. So nandito ako ngayon because I have an uncle who is one of their contractors, one of their big contractors. Tapos matagal na akong sinasabihan, tumigil ka na, bumabangga ka sa pader. And the more they tell me that, the more I realize, parang ba't mo ako papatigilin? Wala, kung may problema kayo sa sinasabi ko at mali, then sue me. You have legal remedies. You have defamation, you have cyber libel, one of the strictest in the world. Libel, defamation, I've said defamation. So yun, and I just want to say that Martin Romualdez and Tingog Party List has continued to harass me and my family because we're all from Leyte. So they know my family. I just want you to know that because if something happens to me, it's them. Because if Martin calls my place of work, he's that kind of person. Judah Sidre calls my uncles because yung isang uncle ko, what do you call this? Contractor says is sa mga projects doon. Sinasabihan ako na makakadamay ka sa negosyo namin. And, parang, I don't know why I'm doing this, to be honest, because nakakadami nga naman ako sa kanila. Pero, we should all learn to fight for our country. Yun lang. Sabihin ko lang yun. Tsaka, very quickly, I just want to share what I wrote ask because Dan Fernandez would not read it, so I'll read it very quickly on why, because he dismissed it so easily as freedom of speech. It's not that simple. So I'll read very quickly on why, after careful consideration, I decided not to go. Aside from the, I know that I'm not going to get a fair, they're not going to listen to us. So first, I am not a vlogger. As I told you, I do not do lives. I do not have YouTube. I only have my Facebook. All my followers there, and DICT can check it, and BI Cybercrime can check it. They're all real. I've never paid for a follower. So, I'm not monetized. So I don't know kung ano yung basihan nila na gagawin kang just because I have followers. Social media vlogger na ako. I'm not monetized. I've never received anything from just writing on Facebook. That's all I do. I just write on Facebook. I don't even talk on YouTube. I am, however, a professional journalist. Ever since 2005, I've been working in publishing. I am currently an associate editor at Manila Bulletin. I am also the editor of Balita. And what I am is a professional journalist with a social media following. There's a distinction. So, Filipinos, we are protected by the 1987 Constitution, Article 3 Bill of Rights, Section 4, Section 2, Section 18. But an extra layer of protection covers all journalists. The Republic Act number 6713 is a code of conduct and ethical standards saying all journalists have the right to demand transparency. Apart from that, we have the SOTO law, which allows us not to divulge our sources. So with all due respect to the HOR, I would like to say that an inquiry whose aim is to regulate social media is unconstitutional. The reason I did not go is I do not support, cannot tolerate, and will fight against the idea of muzzling free speech. If I appear before Congress, it's like me legitimizing them wanting to regulate us. So I did not appear. Because government interference is a no-no and should not be allowed in the area of free speech. Free speech na nga lang ang meron tayo. Yun na lang ang meron tayo against the abuses of their power. Tatanggalin pa nila. Sasabihin nila, fake news. Kung fake news, kasuhan nyo kami. Meron namang, we have legal remedies for those. So, okay. So I would also like to remind the House of Representatives that power is not forever. The legislation you want to enact now, that whatever you do now, somebody will do to you when you're no longer in power. So be careful how you treat us, because you will be treated like this when somebody else, because I'm sure it will not be you, will be in power the next time. I also take very deep offense that Representative Barbers said that he will invite narco vloggers, pogo vloggers, and fake news spreaders in the hearing, which he has repeatedly said, not just in the halls of Congress, but also in various interviews by media, which done in his home is not covered by his parliamentary immunity. Hindi siya parliamentary immune from saying na narco vloggers kami. Dahil sinabi niya yon during his interview with TV stations. He has already pre-accused. So I would like to ask Representative Ace Barbers if he has any proof that all of us here are any of those. Because ano yung karapatan niya i-regulate yung, because that's his premise that we are funded by narco vloggers, we are narco vloggers, we are pogo vloggers. So in this regard, we will, if he forces us, petition the court for habeas data so that the Congress will be compelled to release any document that show why suddenly he is accusing us of being narco and pogo vloggers. This is damaging to us as Filipinos, as private citizens, and me personally as a newspaper editor, because I've been working for 20 years and not once have I ever been sued by anyone. So, even during the time of Duterte, when I was fighting with people on social media, it was so easy to sue, But I was never sued because I know, hindi ako nag-aral para maging fake news spreader. So, so the term fake news spreader is used liberally by people to diminish the opinions of those they do not agree with. So that's what they're doing now. As for calling us narco vloggers, I am willing, as I am sure everyone here, to undergo drug tests alongside all the public officials who we pay with our taxes. We pay them with our taxes. We have a right to ask them to undergo narco vloggers. Alam ang narco vloggers kami, hindi kami nagda-drugs. So let's all take a drug test together. Kasi narco vloggers daw kami. Okay, so as I've said, we have legal remedies already provided by the courts. And these remedies are available both to me, a simple Filipino, and to them. Hindi lang kami ang may karapatan mag-sue ng slander or defamation, sila din. Fake news, we have libel, defaming someone, even a public official, can get you sued with defamation. Our cyber libel law is one of the strictest in the world. We have the Revised Penal Code and Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. So all these laws are provided for citizens. Whether you can use it, they can use it. Hindi lang naman dahil Congressman Drilon sued a journalist, and he won. So it's not as if Ace Barbers cannot sue someone. It's not as if Martin Romualdez cannot sue someone. It's been done before. We could be sued. A congressman can sue someone. So why are they not using it? Bakit ipapatawag kami para dun sa HOR para magawa nila yung gusto nila? It's not a level playing field. We're not going. Hindi naman kami tanga na pupunta kami doon. Tas gagawin nilang gusto nila sa amin. Gusto niyo ng gulo? Gusto niyo ng dito sa labas? And then, if gusto niyo talaga kami ipatawag, hindi namin ibibigay yung sarili namin easily. You will go through legal hoops to get us. Hindi kami tanga, hindi kami aso, na pupunta kami sa HR kasi pinatawag niyo kami. Kung gusto niyo kaming kunin, makukuha niyo kami, pero paghihirapan niyo. And malalaman ng buong mundo kung anong ginagawa niyo. We will not allow it. Hindi kami ignorante, we know our rights. And then another one, I'll wrap this up quickly. I have not spoken in many years. So, and also, I would like to share my observation that the invite list is composed of anti-administration bloggers. They have two, token, pro-admin bloggers, dalawa. So, are they inferring that the fake news spreaders are the critics are fake news spreaders pero sila hindi? Yung mga tao nila, yung mga bayad nila, yung mga pro-admin bloggers, hindi. Sila nagsasalita ng masama against kay Duterte, nagsasalita ng masama against kay Sara, but it's not considered disrespect. But when we do it, it's disrespect. We're not gonna allow parang double standard kasi bayad namin kayo. Our taxes are paying for you. Also, another one I'd like to share on a personal note. So, sila gusto nila protected sila from fake news. Jude Asidre of Tingog Party List posted on his Facebook. Because during the pandemic, myself, Mark, Attorney Trixie, and Dr. Ethel, we tried raising money for PPEs. Tapos, sinabi namin dun sa Duterte administration that whatever we raise na money, ibibigay namin sa inyo so that you have extra money. Kasi nung time na yon, everybody was panicking. I didn't think we had enough money. Tapos, hanggang umabot kami kay Sec Sonny ng Department of Finance, and he said, hindi namin tatanggapin yan kasi matatay up yan sa red tape because whatever we buy, ang pinaka-best is the time na ang hirap-hirap makabili ng PPE. You find a way to buy and then kayo na mag-distribute sa hospitals, which we did. To just destroy my credibility and reputation just because I attacked his boss, Martin Romualdez, Jude Asidre posted that I stole the money. Parang he said, oh really, ganyan-ganyan. But the thing is, kahit disorganized ako, organized sila. So lahat ng nag-receive, we have pictures, we have like, and more importantly, that's a private fundraising. Hindi yan taxes ng tao. That's a private fundraising event, and we were accountable to all our donors. So ginamit nila yon. So just because they want to use something against you, kasi hindi naman pwedeng awayin kanila, tapos wala silang gagamitin sa'yo, so ginamit nila yon from 2020. Between 2020 and now, we've done a lot of efforts for relief, disaster relief, pero yun ang ginamit nila. Unfortunately, sa kanila, meron kaming proof, which we try to do always. So ang gusto kong itanong sa HOR, one of your own defames or slanders a regular person like me, Congressman, what is my legal remedy? Bakit kayo lang ang may karapatan magpatawag? Pwede ko bang ipatawag si Jude dito? Can I just sue him? Because if I can sue him, I will. You know, parang, so yun ang sinasabi ko, parang abuso. Baka akala nyo, kami lang to, but if it happens to me, it will happen to all of you. If it happens to all of us here, and we're all educated here, it can happen to, eto kasi, this is the idea, mag-election na. This is the perfect time for them to shut us up. This is the perfect time for them para matakot tayong lahat at atakihin sila. Pero we cannot do that not just for ourselves but for our children. Kasi we cannot allow them to just do whatever they want without them being checked. Kasi sa kanila na lahat eh. Executive, legislative, sana yung judicial hindi. Pero pag party tayo pinatahimik, wala nang mangyayari sa Pilipinas. And you know, some of us can turn a blind eye, some of us hindi natin kaya i-switch off yung passion natin for loving this country. And finally, I just want to say that, sorry about this, I'm not very used to speaking. So lastly, ang sabi nila, ang issue nila, troll farms, we have proof about troll farms. Ang mga pages nila, pag binasa ninyo, it's trolls. Kahit sinong Pilipino na hindi magaling sa social, you don't have to be an expert to identify trolls. But they're not in the listed invitees. Kami, na we all have our faces, we show our faces, you know who we are, we don't have anything to hide. We're the trolls. But the people they employ, and we know who they are, and we will reveal their names in Congress, in HOR. Yung mga binabayaran ninyo, yung mga heads ng social media pages ninyo na dati ganito lang ang buhay, tas ngayon sobrang social na, we know who they are, we know how much they pay the troll farms. So, bakit kami ang nandito? Pero sila na, kung concerned kayo sa troll farms, wag kayo, ipatawag nyo din yung mga taong binabayaran ng mga kaalyado ninyo, because it's not fair. So just to reiterate, the reason that I am not going, and I will not go until the Supreme Court forces me to, is that, there's a law or whoever tells us to go, but they're not going to get us that easy, is that first, to reiterate, we refuse their invitation because the hearing to regulate social media, the regulating social media, i.e. free speech, is against my principles, against the Constitution, is biased and targets only critics, very obviously, and it is irrelevant to me because I am not a social vlogger, more so a narco or pogo-funded vlogger. Meanwhile, we have to fight for this country, for every Filipino, rich or poor, with 1 million followers or with 1 follower, against the government or pro-government. Because as Voltaire said, and as the President Duterte kept repeating, I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend your right to say it. So we will exhaust all legal remedies to protect our right for free speech, our right to criticize, and we will use our voices, and we will not waver, even in the face of threat and intimidation. Thank you.
Ayan, nasabi na nila lahat. Actually, I saw this coming. Diba? For those who've been reading me, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi noon pa man, that we should speak out and multiply. Kasi hindi nila tayo kayang ipakulong lahat o takutin lahat. I'm sure many of you have also foreseen this. Ang akala siguro ng mga bangag sa kapangyarihan, pera at droga, ay matatakot at uurong ang mga tumbong natin. What they did not see is this. Sa bawat kritikong susubukan o magigising, magsasalita, maninindigan. Tulad ng paulit-ulit kong sinasabi, cowardice is contagious, but so is courage. So sa lahat ng nakikinig ngayon, at sa online at ngayon mga kasama namin dito, tulungan nyo kami. Huwag tayong matakot. Magsalita tayo. Alam nyo, ang media ngayon, karamihan sa kanila ay pag-aari na or partly owned by those in power. Tayo na nga lang sa social media ang naglalabas ng mga impormasyon at mga informed opinion. Kung hahayaan nating patahimikin pa tayo, abay napakadali na nila tayong busabusin. Huwag nating hayaan na mangyari yon. Alam nyo, noong 2016 or 2017, during PRRD's time, pinost ni Doc Ethel, may mga mambabatas na gustong i-regulate din ang media. Hindi lang ang social media, but mainstream. Dahil si PRRD pa nga ang target noon. Siya yung inaatake, left and right ng black propaganda. Pero alam nyo, ang ginawa ni PRRD, lahat yun tinurn down niya. Why? Because para sa kanya, ang freedom of expression is the most important of all freedoms. Diba? Yun ang dapat nating ipinaglalaban at pinoprotektahan. Dahil pag yan, ang ganda ng foresight ni PRRD. Okay, sige, i-regulate niya. By the time na wala pa rin, kukontra at maglalabas ng mga impormasyon. History has repeatedly taught us that corruption festers where criticism is silenced. When dissent is crushed, those in power become emboldened. Lumalakas ang kanilang mga loob at kumakapal ang kanilang mga pagmumuka to plunder the nation, to abuse their authority and manipulate institutions for personal gain. This is where public scrutiny is the last line of expression, is not just a mere suggestion. Inalienable right enshrined in the Philippine Constitution. Sabi nga nila, whoever would overthrow the liberty of a nation must begin by subduing the freeness of his speech. At yan na nga po ang nangyayari ngayon. Di po ba? Sabi ng mga followers at mga vloggers na naka-align sa gobyerno ngayon, kami raw po ay duwag dahil hindi kami sumupot. Hindi kami sumipot dyan sa hearing na ipinatawag. Alam niyo po, for over 15 years, magyayabang lang ako ng konti. I have, just like many of you here, sina Mark, sina Darwin, bago pa man naupo si PRRD, magkakakilala na kami online dahil pare-pareho na kaming vocal. Although, hindi pa uso ang salitang vlogger noon. And I think pare-pareho rin kami na hindi namin naman talaga gusto na tawagin kami or label na vlogger. Because guys, may mga trabaho kami, may mga profession kami. But then, syempre, ayun na yung ginamit na term, o di sige, kasi para hindi naman parang mga paalta na nagki-cringe kami doon sa salitang vlogger, but we're not. You know? You have the doctors here, lawyers, journalists, diba?
Anyway, so for the past 15 years, like I said earlier, I have fearlessly but responsibly shared my political analysis and informed opinion on Facebook. I have also criticized those in power and often also offered suggestions. Si Pinoy, even si PRRD na kahit sinusuportahan namin ay paminsan-minsan din naming pinupuna. Diba? Wala ni isa man sa kanila. Kahit gaano pa kami ka-harsh minsan ng mga panahon na yon, ang umatake sa amin o nagpatawag sa amin o nanakot sa amin. I have done so, all these things at social media, and I will continue doing so with full awareness of my fundamental rights and duties as a Filipino citizen. And I can only wish na itong mga public servants natin can also say the same. Sana alam din nila ang kanilang mga responsibilidad, karapatan, more on dun sa responsibilidad bilang public servant at bilang mga Pilipino dahil mukhang yan ay nakakalimutan na nila at nalalasing na sila masyado sa kapangyarihan at kayabangan. Silencing critics is the first major step toward authoritarian rule. It is dangerous betrayal of the ideals that define a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And those of you in the government who are attempting to curtail this right are betraying not only the people, but also the very oath you swore to uphold. Those of you who nawala na yung kopya ko, pasensya na, at baka kasi makalimutan ko ang mga gusto kong sabihin. So kayong mga balat sibuyas dyan, na ayaw papuna, wala kayong karapatan na manatili dyan sa gobyerno. Kung kami nga, di ba, araw-araw, tumatanggap kami ng death threats, ng bash. Hindi naman kami politiko, hindi rin kami artista, mukha lang. Tinatanggap, diba? Tinatanggap namin yon at ni isa wala pa kaming kinakasuhan, baka ngayon lang. At hindi mga ordinaryong bashers ang gusto namin kasuhan, kundi yung mga gustong magpatigil or sumikil ng aming karapatang magsalita. Sa akin, okay lang, i-bash nyo ako araw-araw, walang problema. Dahil nire-resistaan nyo na magsalita gaano man kayo katanga. Ang hindi ko lang matatanggap ay ang patahimikin nyo kami. Dahil pag ang mga boses na namin, ang iminute ninyo, tinanggal nyo sa amin, ano na, ang magiging kinabukasan ng ating mga anak, mga apo, yan ang hindi ko matatanggap. Dahil ina rin ako. So sa lahat ng mga magulang dyan, huwag nating hayaan na pabuhin lang ang ating demokrasya o sikilin ang ating karapatang magsalita. Hindi karuwagan ang hindi pagpunta o ang hindi hayaang ang hindi pagpasok sa patibong. Hindi po yan karuwagan. Dahil magkaiba po ang katapangan sa katangahan. Hindi po kami tanga. Alam namin kung ano ang gusto nilang gawin. Lalaban po kami sa paraang fair game on a neutral ground kung saan ang mga mag-aakusa sa amin ng hindi tama ay pwede rin namin kasuhan at pwede rin namin ipakulong. Hindi yung kami lang ang iko-contempt ng wala sa lugar na ganun-ganun lamang. Mabuhay! Mabuhay tayo, mga kapatid, sa online. Huwag nating hayaan na patahimikin tayo. Magtulungan tayo at magkaisa. Maraming salamat.
Mark Zuckerberg, thank you so much. So, hi everyone, I'm back. Nabusog kayo ha? Okay. Dito hindi kami nagbibigay ng hopya, pagkain talaga. At kanin. Okay. So, I'm Kathy Binag and katulad ni Doc Mata, hindi rin po ako vlogger, hindi ako blogger, and hindi ho ako influencer. Nagkataon lang kasi sabi ko nga sa mga naging interview ko is itinalaga ng Panginoon na mapunta ako dito sa kung nasan man ako ngayon. Kasi kailangan kong maging parte ng mga grupong ito na nagsasalita lamang ng katotohanan. At nakikita niyo naman po, kami po lahat may mukha, may pangalan, at hindi po kami natatakot na magsalita sa social media. Naniniwala po ako sa kasabihang thinkers are doers. Sa Tagalog, kung ano yung iniisip mo sa kapwa mo, lalo na yung pangit, ikaw yan. Lalo na, di ba sabi nga nila, ang kakambal ng sinungaling ay magnanakaw. Yan. Yan yun di ba? Magkakakonect. Kaya ganyan nila kami itag as fake spreader. Yung fake news spreader. Di ba? Ganun naman palagi. Hindi nyo ba napansin? What is happening now is not about the ideology of legislation in Congress regarding freedom of speech and our pursuit of a democratic country. It is their personal vendetta to silence their critics and the voice of the Filipino people. If they don't like what they see and hear, they will crucify people who go against them. Sabi nga, nagbabalat sibuyas sila. Tumakbo po kayo sa politiko. Dapat po, handa kayo dito. We didn't go to HOR sa napaka-simple at halatang dahilan. Alam naman natin, magiging fair sa pagdinig na gaganapin dahil sa mga nakaraang pangyayari. Nakita naman po natin ang mga inabot ng mga taong nagsasabi lamang ng kanilang totoong experience at tunay na storya. Lahat sila ay tinag na sinungaling. Lahat sila na demoralize, lahat sila ininsulto at hindi pinakinggan. So bakit ho kami pupunta? Okay lang ho at nakontempt, hindi, nakontempt pa po sila. Okay lang hong makontempt kung kakontempt-contempt. Kaso hindi. Kaya, that is why we decided to go to court of law, not in Congress. I want all of us to stand up for what our basic rights and freedoms. The recent action of certain congressmen in the Philippines who are attempting to control freedom of speech cannot go unchallenged. We must resist any attempts to silence our voices and censor our opinions. It is concerning to see elected officials trying to limit our fundamental right to express ourselves freely. Let us remember, wag po nating kakalimutan that a thriving democracy depends on the ability of its citizen to engage in open and uninhibited discussion. Napaka-selective po nila. Nang sila ay tumakbo sa politiko as a politician at gusto ng ating boto, napakabuti po nila. Masahol pa po sila sa maamong tupa. Nakalimutan po nila na na wala ho sila sa kanilang posisyon kung hindi ho sa ating boto. Ang House of Representatives is House of the People. Hindi ho kayo nilagay dyan sa posisyon na yan para ho abusuhin ninyo. Sa politika, lahat ho ay temporary lamang. Mas sana, yan po ba ang gusto nyong mangyari? Ang mag-iwan ho kayo ng legacy na dadalhin ng mga anak at apo ninyo na ang sama-sama ng record na iniiwan nyo. You are a hindi ho kayo karapat-dapat umupo sa posisyon na ibinigay sa inyo. Sa inyo, sa mga politicians, sa mamamayang Pilipino, patuloy ho tayong labanan ang mali na nangyayari sa ating bayan, ang pagnanakaw o pag-aabuso sa kaban ng ating bayan. May karapatan ho tayong lahat, mayaman, mahirap, or anumang kinalalagyan natin, aspeto natin sa buhay na magsalita. Dahil wala pong karapatan na ang sino man na pumigil sa ating magsalita na ilabas ang katotohanan at ipaglaban natin kung ano ang nararapat at ikabubuti ng ating bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Magandang hapon.